What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video. And today, we're going to talk about Star Wars Celebration. How's everyone doing today? We are back. We are back from Chicago. We are back in the home base, the Geeks and Gamers home base. My name is Jeremy. I am joined today by nobody but myself. Yes, you can call me Mr. J. Absolutely. There's so many names. You can call me Mr. J. They call me Jeremy Prime, D-Day Cobra, regular Jeremy, whatever. You know, you can call me whatever you want. It's all good. But we're here. We're here. Going to talk a little bit about Star Wars Celebration. Hello, Simon. Hello, Harmonic. Hello, Kyle is among us. Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? Good to see you all. Smash that melee button if you don't mind. Simple request from a simple man. Open-minded movie man is here. Vandy Coop is here. Matt G is here. Everybody is in the house. How are you doing? Good to see all of you here. MegaJetty1 says hello there. Please give me a shout out. Hello, MegaJetty1. How are you? Daniel, Daisy Ridley was looking hella fine at Star Wars Celebration, as she normally does. Simon, Vandycoop, Matt G, Vandycoop. I'm going to keep saying your names as you're commenting until we get started. We have 16 melees so far. MegaJetty1 is like number 11. Eddie Duke, did you have some Chicago pizza? I did, and it was great. Eddie Duke, I've already answered that one. PC Payloads in the house. Rune Raged. Hey, I'm actually new to your live streams, but I've been watching your vids for a while. Well, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate that. Barbarella Alpha is here. Happy to be home. Yes, I'm very happy to be home. Just too much traveling, man. Too much traveling of late. So, let's see. Lebong James 007. What up, dude? What up, man? How are you? Good to see you. I saw all the Clone Wars clips. They look so good. Yes. Oh my gosh, the Clone Wars, amazing. I wonder how Anna's snowman is right now. For those of you that missed the live stream, was that yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. We did a live stream on Jesse Milestone's channel, and Anna jumped out to build a snowman. And while she was building the snowman, she threw a snowball. I pulled up in the SUV, and she threw a damn snowball in my window, hit all of us. And so I jumped out and tried to go and run after her. And it was just crazy. So yeah, we had a lot of fun on that live stream for sure. Swig. Oh, and we got the Buc-ee's cup. Swig of berry juice for the working man. Shenanigans, I approve. Great throw, though. Jeremy, where did you used to watch the Clone Wars? On Netflix? Yes, on Netflix. Barbarella says, Geeks and Gamers are adorbs. Well, thank you. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We were kind of all spread out. There was a lot going on. Was that Anna's first time seeing snow? No, that was not Anna's first time seeing snow. I'm not Creative 22. Thank you, Jeremy. You have been saying what I have been saying all along. Crazy Kathleen Kennedy, aka White Slaver, must be removed from Lucasfilm. Yeah, man. I've never felt more confident in my opinion on this, and that I've never felt more confident in my opinion on Kathleen Kennedy and the fact that she needs to be gone as I am now after leaving Star Wars Celebration. Now, did I like Star Wars Celebration? Yes. I had a lot of fun at Star Wars Celebration. We'll get into that in just a minute. Subscribe to you and unsubscribed from Dusty. I like it, Mage Grey Wolf. I like it. Yeah, Dusty, what's his name? Cult of Dusty? Is that his name? Yeah, that guy wanted to, go after me or whatever, so it is what it is. Stephen Wall says, F you, Jeremy, go to bed. Let's see. Hieronymus Fox News, thank you for 2 super chats. I appreciate that. Samuel Martin, did you see Star Wars Explained at Star Wars Celebration? I did, and he did not want to talk to me. Oh, he did not have any interest in the toxic male known as Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. He was not interested in a conversation. Whew, man. I mean, the look that dude gave me, oh, he wanted me to die. He was so like, this dude hates my guts. Woo! It was hilarious. So, let me see. Jeremy, your George Lucas cosplay tweet went viral, kind of viral. Thanks for sharing it with us, man. It made my week. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I haven't even looked at that in a while, so I'll have to go check that thing out. Let me see. Hard to stay optimistic about Star Wars, but Lucasfilm needs to get their stuff together. Yeah, I mean, I hear you on that. I've got some stuff to say. I want to give everybody time to get in here. Open-minded movie man, Kathleen Kennedy will face my alter ego, the Renegade Saint. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. If he hates you, then you're doing something right. I agree with that. I mean, look, it's real simple, man. You know, if you come after me, like, here's my philosophy on YouTube. Okay, I'm minding my own business. I got nothing to, you know, I have no reason to go after other YouTubers. I haven't. Why? You know, I wish all these guys the best. I don't care. What you do on your channel is your business. What I do on mine's mine, and everybody else's their business is theirs. But if I kind of relate it to a situation like, okay, if I'm walking down the street minding my own business and you just walk up and hit me, well then I'm gonna hit you back. You know, that's just you unprovoked. You hit me unprovokingly. I'm just in there minding my own business. So. Star Wars Explained is the one that decided to make a video about me when I had never said nothing. I said nothing about this guy. Never mentioned him other than the fact that I was a fan of his channel. I was a fucking fan of his channel. And he made this video on me when I got like 19,000 subs and my channel's just trying to get some traction. And I got an onslaught of hate. I even tried to handle it the right way at first. I took the high road. And I still deal with the fallout of that shit, of that video he made. I still have people every now and then mention his shit about that fucking video. And so ultimately, if you are going to come after me on an unprovoked hit piece, then I'm going to confront you in public. So the best course is, if you don't want to be confronted, don't fucking talk about me. Keep my fucking name out of your mouth. It's not that complicated. If you don't want to talk to me in public, don't fucking talk about me on your YouTube channel. It's that simple. It's not a hard policy to follow. So that's where we're at with it. I walked up to Brian Young. I shook Brian Young's hand. I tried to put the camera on him. So here's what happened with Brian Young. My phone's about to die. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Camera. Here we go. Hey, Ryan. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. How you doing, buddy? Good, good. I just want to say, if you need any quotes from me in the future, reach out so we don't have any misquotes, okay? Okay, likewise. Pleasure to meet you, sir. Have a great day. So, yeah, Brian Young was sitting there having a latte, I guess, you know, and I decided to go up and shake his hand because, as you know, Brian Young decided to write an article about me and lie and say that I was calling for the solo boycott when, in fact, I did not. And then I made a video responding to him where I used video evidence to show that I never called for a solo boycott. So why are you giving me credit for the solo boycott when, in fact, I never called for it? So that was why I said, if you need any quotes from me in the future, reach out so we don't have any misquotes in the future. And so that's just how it is, man. If you don't want me to confront you, don't fucking talk about me. I won't talk about you. We can go on about our day. It's that simple. All right. The Byler kid, down with Femperor Kennedy. But yeah, man. So it is what it is. I will be at Star Wars Celebration in Anaheim. I thought that the Fandom Menace did a great job of representing ourselves. Geeks and Gamers did a great job of representing themselves. I'm really happy with Anna and Jesse and Odin and EVS and World Class, and I got to meet all of the World Class guys, and we all did our thing. I was a little frustrated because we were kind of spread out. And I didn't really know where everyone was at, but everyone was just kind of doing their own thing. And I was apparently they've tried to call me a couple of times, and I didn't get the calls. And I even got the calls from a couple of my family members. I tried to call you, so reception was kind of bogged down. So everybody did a great job. I'm really proud of everybody. I'm really happy with everything that went down. And so it's always good. It's always good that the Fandom Menace and Geeks and Gamers carried ourselves well, represented ourselves well, and showed all of the nonsense, all of the claims out there that we were there to do something. It just shows the stupidity of these people. Like, all we were there was to meet people, have fun, interact with a few folks. I don't see what the problem is. What's the problem? Smash the melee button if you do not mind. Let me see. Geeks and Gamers, you are an amazing influence to the Fandom Menace, Crooks and Brooks. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Ivan just couldn't make it. Ivan had some stuff come up, so he could not make it. Let me see. Melee smashed. Thank you. The Price is Right review. Sup, Jeremy? Hope you had fun at Celebration, bro. Did you check out Star Wars Theory? I heard he was there along with Star Wars Reading Books Club. Yeah, I saw Star Wars Theory. We hung out for a bit and talked. So I did run into Theory. I ran into Star Wars Only. So Star Wars Only and I had some beef, and we got that squashed. And he's actually a great guy. So I would definitely recommend that you subscribe to Star Wars Only. Great guy. We talked a lot, actually, and I was really happy with him. As we know, we had some issues. We worked it out like two men do. We talked it out, and we shook hands, and now we're cool. Because that's what men do. They get into a little disagreement, and then they talk it out, and then we go on about our lives. It's not a big deal, And others like to run on the convention floor when Big Bad Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers comes walking up. 400 people watching. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this live stream. I am Jeremy. We're going to talk about Star Wars Celebration. All right, so Star Wars Celebration. I went to 4 panels. I covered the 4 panels. You see there's all types of footage on this channel from the 4 panels that we covered. We covered Clone Wars panel. We covered The Mandalorian. We covered Episode 9. And we covered Jedi Fallen Order. So let's talk about, I loved 2 of them. I liked one of them, and the other one was a cringe fest. So let's see. The 2 that I liked, or 2 that I loved. I loved the Clone Wars, and I loved the Mandalorian. There's a common denominator at both of those panels, and that would be one Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni is the heart and soul of Star Wars. There is not a better, more qualified person outside of George Lucas that should be in charge of Lucasfilm. Dave Filoni is the man. When you see Dave Filoni on a stage talking Star Wars, you shut your mouth, you sit down, and you listen, and you appreciate greatness, because that is Dave Filoni. This man is so knowledgeable about Star Wars. He is so passionate about Star Wars. It is unreal how unbelievably gifted this man is, and how intelligent he is, and how passionate he is about Star Wars. So that Clone Wars panel, he had Ashley Eckstein out there. It was magic, man. It really was. And Dave showed us multiple clips of the Clone Wars, and then a full trailer twice. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. I'm not even gonna lie, man. When the Anakin and Ahsoka stuff, popped up on the screen, I was getting chills, man. It was beautiful. It was so good. Now, so the Clone Wars panel was my favorite panel of the weekend, no doubt about it. Next, we have the Mandalorian. Again, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau on stage talking about Star Wars, showing video of the Mandalorian. it feels like Star Wars. The passion is there. The heart and the soul is there. You can feel it. It's a tangible thing. You can feel it in the room with Favreau and Filoni talking. My God, just beautiful. And the Mandalorian just looks unbelievable. So there's no doubt about that. Loved everything I saw from The Mandalorian. I thought The Mandalorian was going to be my favorite panel of the weekend. And then I saw the Clone Wars panel. I'm like, oh, you can't compete with that. Let me see. Man Samsung, did you watch the Mandalorian episode sneak peek on YouTube? It rocks. I did. I saw it in the auditorium. Thor is the best Avenger. Does $1 super chat. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mega Jetty 1 sub to at Geeks and Gamers Fandom Menace for life. Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate all the support we're receiving for the Fandom Menace and Geeks and Gamers. It means a lot. Simon says, first super chat, Jedi Fallen Order trailer made me watch episode 4 right after. It felt so much like Star Wars. Can't say the same for the new movies. And that is a great segue, Simon. And thank you for the first super chat. Really appreciate that. Thank you for the support of Geeks and Gamers. All right, so Jedi Fallen Order. Now, I am very, very optimistic about Jedi Fallen Order. Why? Because of Respawn. I'm a big fan of Respawn. I'm a huge fan of Titanfall 1 and Titanfall 2. Respawn has won me over. They've won my trust. But there is the dark cloud hanging over Jedi Fallen Order, and we all know what that dark cloud is. That is EA. EA is the dark cloud, and we all know that they suck. They suck big, hairy donkey balls, okay? So the next time you see EA or an EA executive say, you suck big, hairy donkey balls, that's what you do, EA. Big, hairy donkey balls, EA. So, all right. You guys liked that one, didn't you? So, Jedi Fallen Order. I was at the panel. I'm glad that they showed the trailer early. The trailer was a cinematic trailer. It was not a gameplay trailer. That was disappointing, very much disappointing. But what I saw did look fantastic. There's no doubt about it. That cinematic trailer was awesome, and it was focusing on the story, which is very important because we're always talking about story, story, story. We want a story-driven game. We want a story-driven game. Well, they focused on the story. So, I loved everything I saw. I've only seen the trailer when I was in the auditorium, so I need to watch it again, but I feel like I saw wall running in that cinematic trailer. Did I see wall running? Can somebody confirm that for me? Did I see wall running? Donkeys are offended. Didn't I see a shot of wall running in that trailer? Am I mistaken? Yes. Okay. That made me excited, man, because that's Titanfall. That's fucking Titanfall, man. Like, that's Titanfall. And that's what separates Titanfall is the gameplay mechanics of the pilots in Titanfall. Like, that's what separates it. So I do want to see how the wall running element is going to be incorporated into that. Yes, I wanted to see gameplay. I was disappointed we didn't get to see gameplay, but I like what I saw. I like what I saw. So that's all I could do, you know, is just I like what I saw. Now, hey, wait, Apex has wall running too? Did it have it when it first launched, Christian? Did it What's up, Jeremy? Thank you for your awesome coverage of Celebration. Thank you. Really? I didn't realize that. I'm going to have to try Apex Legends again then. I thought, well, I tried to play it when it first released. I don't recall wall running being in it. No, I know Apex is a Titanfall game, but I don't recall wall running being in Apex Legends. Yeah, Apex does not have wall running. That's what I thought, Derek. That's what I thought. I was like, really? That must have been added after the fact. So it doesn't have wall running. Oh my God. All right. There was wall running. Okay, wait. Apex does. I'm so confused, but it sounds to me like Apex does not have wall running, which is the impression I was under. Okay. Got you. All right. So much confusion. I'll have to check for myself. All I know is when I played it, when it first released, there was no wall running. That's all I know. So I'm going to leave it at that. There's a lot of confusion, but it seems like most people, you can run into walls. No, that's good. Oh, that's good. Good night, Steven. All right. So anyway, back to the point of Jedi Fallen Order. I'm looking forward to it. I didn't love that panel, but I liked it, and I liked what I saw from it. All right. Now let's move on to the episode 9 panel. Oh boy. Yeah. So this is where my enthusiasm dies. A miserable and slow death right here. This is where all of that hype, all of that excitement from the Clone Wars, from the Mandalorian, hearing that passion from Filoni, that passion from Favreau, that amazing cast for the Mandalorian. Then we get Jedi Fallen Order. A lot of good things to look forward to, a lot of cool stuff, good story-driven game, a lot of excitement. And then we talk about the episode 9 trailer. Oh boy. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's like they brought the cast out there and they had first of all, they started out with Stephen Colbert. When I saw Stephen Colbert come out there, I'm like, is this a joke? Is this a joke? Like, seriously? You're going to bring Stephen Colbert out there? There's Comic Artist Pro Secrets. What's up, Ethan Van Sciver? Ethan Van Sciver, do you want to come on here and talk to me for a minute? Let me know. Yeah. I mean, I couldn't believe when he came out there. It was unreal. Let me see if EVS has time. EVS, you got time to jump on here? All right. Let me send you an invite. Hang on. Boom, boom. All right. Should have it, EVS. Let me put my headphones in. All right. So we're going to get EVS up in here. I'm getting everything situated, guys. Give me just a minute. Smash the melee button if you don't mind. Simple request from a simple man. That's all it is. Just a simple request from a simple man. It's not a big deal. Just a small deal. Jedi Master 677. Love how different we view Disney Star Wars. Keep up the great work, Jeremy. Hope to maybe have a Star Wars debate with you sometime. Well, thank you, Jedi Master. I appreciate the fact that you support Geeks and Gamers and the Fandom Menace, even though that you disagree with everything we say about Star Wars. The fact that you can sit there and deal with our opinions says a lot about your character. We need more people like that do, if they enjoy Disney Star Wars fans or films, that's fine. You don't call us names. You don't call us racist, sexist, misogynist. You just like, hey, I don't agree with you guys, but I like your content. EVS, you got to appreciate that, don't you?
I do. What's up, Geeks and Gamers? How you doing, Jer Army? It's good to be here after Star Wars Celebration.
Yes.
Talking about Star Wars.
Yes.
Talking about what we saw. I got to disagree with you. I first of all, I didn't see Mandalorian, so
okay.
I don't have a. Is it on YouTube yet? Do you know that?
Somebody just told me it was, so I haven't checked. My Mandalorian video got taken down by Disney, which I think I told you about that. But
you did a video about the Mandalorian?
No. It was me. It was me recording in the auditorium, live streaming. So I live streamed it, and Favreau. After the fact, Favreau said, yeah, you're not supposed to live stream that, like that particular piece. And he said it after the fact. So, and then they played another clip, and then they came and shut me down. They walked over and shut us down. Jessie was sitting next to me. She was recording, and they shut us both down. I was like, crap, they're coming after us.
How did they shut you down? They come up to you?
They came over. They came over to both of us, and they were like, kill it. Like, oh, sorry.
That's a big auditorium, so they must have had a whole army of weirdos.
So
wow.
So now, what were you were disagreeing? What were you disagreeing with?
Well, I didn't see Mandalorian, so I don't have anything to compare it to.
I will promise you would love me. You will love the Mandalorian footage.
Really?
Oh my god. Oh my
I'm
God.
excited
It was
about it.
incredible. It was incredible.
Yeah.
So now what did you think of, we haven't really talked about it. What did you think about episode 9? Because we saw each other at Celebration a little bit. We were all over the place. Everybody was kind of spread out. It's such, have you ever been to the McCormick place before, EBS,
Oh,
before
sure.
then?
That's where C2E2 is held. A
Okay.
big comic book convention. It's huge.
That is, oh yeah, I'm familiar with C2E2. That is the biggest convention center I've ever been to. It is absolutely enormous, and it is easy to get overwhelmed there.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so what did you think of episode 9? I haven't watched your videos on it because I've been running around driving.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I have to say, just taking it apart piece by piece, the Rey opening was totally soy based. I can't stand Rey. She's this tiny little girl. Seeing her get down in ninja position, waiting for the TIE fighter to show up. Somebody actually compared it to North by Northwest, which I thought was funny. They did a screen comparison of shot to shot of Rey anticipating something and then turning around and realizing that it was a TIE fighter coming at her and then running away from it. And I was like, I don't think Cary Grant did a triple backflip over the crop duster and cut it in half with a lightsaber in North by Northwest. But it was similar. It was funny that it was similar. In any case, I hated all of that. Anytime Rey's on the screen, I'm asleep. Anytime Rey's on the screen, I'm going to get another soda or popcorn. I'm not interested in her at all. Here's what I liked. I love the skiff scene. I love seeing the skiff. You only see it for a split second, but it's pretty clear that I'm getting my Rod of the Hutt scene. Okay, they're on a skiff. It's the third movie. We're possibly on Tatooine. Are we getting Jabba the Hutt? Apparently, they're all on a quest for something. These are spoilers for episode 9. They're all on a quest for something, and it turns out that, Jeremy, when you hear this, you're gonna throw up. You know what the whole movie is about?
What?
Rise of Skywalker. Luke Skywalker is dead. He's dead.
Right. So what are you getting at? Where are you going with this?
I'm telling you, the whole point of this movie is we're looking for something, everyone. Well, what are we looking for? Well, we'll know when we find it. It is the Death Star from Return of the Jedi, the second Death Star. It's just an antenna that can broadcast shit. And Luke Skywalker's last words are on a recording, and she just wants that antenna so she can broadcast the words of Luke Skywalker all over the galaxy. That is the Rise of Skywalker. I want to kill myself.
I don't want to do this
Report
anymore.
me for self-harm. It's not about, you think it's going to be about Luke Skywalker rising up and fighting the Emperor.
Well, see, and I was fooled. So I was in the auditorium and I was live streaming. That was the first panel. So I was still trying to kind of get everything under control. So I've got my phone and my, selfie stick, holding that up and trying to hold it steady. And then I've got my other phone where I'm in the chat trying to tell people what's going on because I couldn't talk because, I didn't want to mess the stream up. So I'm really trying to hold, my camera as still as possible to get a good stream because I'm thinking like, okay, I remember all those Force Awakens trailers that were like recorded at Celebration and the reaction. And so like the crowd going crazy and these things got millions of views. So I'm like, I got to get this one right if this trailer is amazing. So I'm holding camera one, typing in the other, trying to watch the trailer. And all of a sudden I hear Luke say, no one's ever really gone. And then I hear the laugh, but in the auditorium, I couldn't hear that well. And I thought it sounded like Mark Hamill to me. And I was like, why is he laughing like the Joker? It didn't sound like Palpatine from where I was at. So then I see Rise of Skywalker and it all kind of was like, wait, Luke's coming back? What? I got so confused. And then I watched it again in my headphones. I'm like, that's not even fucking, they're bringing Palpatine back. This is even worse. This is even worse.
It's not even Palpatine, dude. So, he's back, but he's a hologram that is like the essence of Palpatine is inspiring Kylo Ren. The worst part of this is it's all an analogy for Trump's America. That's what this whole movie is about, Jeremy. Let me hit you with this, okay?
All right.
This is going to drive you absolutely insane. The plot of the movie is, hey, there's peace in the galaxy. Maybe the Empire isn't so bad. Everything's prospering. But no, that's because it's an illusion. And Kylo Ren, there's a dark secret behind all of this. It's toxic masculinity in the form of the soul, the essence, the hologram form of the Emperor that Kylo Ren is keeping close to his heart. We've got to find the antenna for the Death Star 2 and broadcast this message of hope all over the galaxy. Luke Skywalker is Luke Skywalker is Obama. Don't you understand? He's Obama. He's a remnant of the past, but his soul is still out there. We can defeat toxic masculinity. We can defeat Donald Trump if we just find our voice.
Oh God, you're killing me, EVS.
Dude, that's what it's exactly about.
I already thought I hated it. Now you've taken me beyond hate now. So depressing. So depressing. The one
and you
thing
know I'm right. Does that sound right to you?
Yes, it does. It actually sounds right. It sounds right. And that's the thing. It's like, so I covered 4 panels at Celebration. I covered The Mandalorian, The Clone Wars, Jedi Fallen Order, which is the video game, and Episode 9. The one thing that Kathleen Kennedy is on stage for the entire panel, the one thing she's heavily involved in is the one thing that is just swamped in identity politics and social justice pandering. It's the one thing that's not inspiring at all. Like nothing from that whole Matrix Ray flip. Seriously, when did she? Like I said, she looked like she goes from Episode 7 where when she's holding a lightsaber, it looks like she's holding a plunger. You know, the way she's got her hands around the lightsaber. Now she's doing Matrix flips like within a year, but she hasn't been trained. What? It's unbelievable. But I actually think you're right. As a matter of fact, did you see my video of the Trump supporter at Star Wars Celebration that I interviewed?
Did see that.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
That guy
was walking around
alive. I wonder if he made it out alive.
He said he's had about 10 or 15 people come up compliment him, and he said nobody's messed with him. I said that doesn't surprise me at all. But as soon as they find you on Twitter, boy, they will go after you on Twitter. They just won't do it in person.
Twitter's tough, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, we're in real trouble. I mean, the ending of the whole Star Wars trilogy is going to be about Trump. It is all about Trump. It's all about, hey, just because America seems prosperous under this evil regime, it's because you don't recognize the dark heart. Princess Leia, Rey, Finn, Poe, we're on a mission to actually expose the dark heart of this regime. And that's what it is, dude. That is what it is. It's going to be wretched beyond compare. I predict it will be worse than. Now, will it make money? Yes. I'm not saying it's going to be a billion.
Over $1 billion?
Yeah. 2 billion.
Think so? Because I'm still considering if it can cross $1 billion. I mean, I think it will, but I'm wondering, like, could it maybe go a hair below $1 billion? I don't think it will. And I think Star Wars.
We live in a world where Captain Whammon made $1 billion. You understand? Like at this point, people are throwing money at anything. The Captain Marvel sandwiched in between the Avengers was enough to make it $1 billion. This is the last Star Wars movie that anybody's going to care about. 2 billion, possibly after Avengers Endgame makes 3 billion, which is my bold prediction.
I'm at 2.5 on that one.
I think it's going to surpass that. I think it's going to be the #1 movie. I think we both agree on that. It's going to beat The Force Awakens. I think sky's the limit for Rise of Skywalker. But it is going to take the entire work of George Lucas, decades worth of work, worth of creation, and it's going to end it on a punchline about President Trump. That's what it's going to do.
Really depressing. Really depressing. Smash the melee button if you don't mind. We got 800 people watching. Smash that melee button. We got EVS here. We got Uncle EVS. He's got so much going on. Traveled to Chicago, had the big Fandom Menace meetup. We had a great time. Then he's got Cyberfrog that he is working on, and he's also he's also got Comics Gate that he's buried in, and everything else. So Uncle E got a lot going on.
Comics Gate is at peace right now. We're like the Empire. Apparently, we're at peace and prosperity. But I am the dark heart that lurks within, that must be exposed by Whammon.
Now, Remphamus got banned from Twitter again, correct?
Third time. She's always getting banned. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's awesome. So, and yes, the world's most humble man. We definitely know about that. And let's see. Melissa Anderson says in-game spoilers leaking out. Be careful what you click on. Block anything with Avengers or the actors. Thank you, Melissa Anderson. Appreciate that heads up. I think you tweeted that to me earlier too. So thank you for that. Thomas Gilkey, love the footage from Celebration. Love how you're getting a ticket and a hotel for someone in the community. Highly considering going to Celebration next year. Love you, bro. Thank you, Thomas. Thomas. Did you hear about that announcement, EVS?
Anaheim.
Yeah, but the one I made though.
Yeah. Andrea
Okay.
said she's gonna bid on it. I was like, don't do that to Jeremy. She's like, how funny would that be if like I won and
That would be good.
we
That
just
would be
showed
good.
up. Like, Jeremy brought me.
That would be good. If you and I haven't announced this, I haven't announced it during this stream, but if you missed it earlier, I made the announcement that I am going to be giving away 1 ticket, hotel and airfare to Star Wars Celebration in 2020. I'm going to take care of the airfare. I'm going to take care of the 5-day ticket and the hotel for someone from Geeks and Gamers that supports us. I don't know how I'm going to put this all together. I'm still waiting for them to give the official dates of when this is going to happen in Anaheim, so I can kind of look at hotels and everything like that. But I met so many people. I mean, I know EVS, you've been dealing with this for a long time, you know, being in the comics industry and being so well known, but this is the first time I've really been somewhere. And I mean, there were hundreds and hundreds of people that recognized me, and it was a bit overwhelming. It was a bit overwhelming. It was very, very humbling, but overwhelming. And I think I handled it very well, at least from what I was showing people. But inside I was like, holy fuck, man, what the fuck? This is crazy, you know. But I really
think you did great, and I think can I just tell you, I think you represented your channel well. I like the way you went up and made peace. I just noticed C-3PO back there with it. He's got the gauntlet on his head. I was like, what is that? I think you went up and, like a man, you made peace with some enemies of your channel, and I think made them friends or acquaintances at least. I think you conducted yourself with honor. You did a good job. Good job.
Yeah, I got frustrated a little bit because everybody was spread out, World Class and Anna and Jesse, and everybody was all over the place. And I wanted them with me, but they were doing their own thing, and reception wasn't good. And so I was getting frustrated with that. But that's just part of it, part of being at a big convention and being overwhelmed. And you know
what Andrea said? Andrea, my wife Andrea, she had a lot to say about this, by the way. She said the one thing I was very disappointed in is that you boys didn't all get together at a table somewhere on the con floor and do a high council stream together. And I said, I didn't even think of that. Like, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
And she said, that's what everybody wanted. I think that was the impression that you guys left, that you were going to produce that. And you didn't do it this time. You all went your separate ways. And, you know, you did good content. But now that I've been to Star Wars Celebration and I see what it looks like, we could very easily get table space and set up a actual broadcasting booth at on the con floor, and actually use that space to broadcast out live streams, you know, high council live streams, and everybody can come on and do something. It's like, you know, you want to take a walk, you know, we'll have you know, Odin come in, and you know, Ivan, if he shows up, Ivan. Any of these guys come in and do their streams. I'm cracking on Ivan like I didn't just like bail out of Thursday. But yeah, I think that would be better. I think you know, obviously, you know, we should be doing a high council booth next year. That's what we should be shooting for.
I agree completely. And you know, yeah, I mean, I went to Star Wars Celebration in 2017 in Orlando. I clearly didn't have, you know, I mean, there was a few people that recognized me when I was there, but it was like, you know, 2 or 3 people, and clearly didn't have the following then as we do now. And so seeing it now, I mean, I'm definitely going to be a little more prepared. You know, like I know people are just like, oh, Jeremy's just super confident. And I mean, I'll present myself that way, but I was like, you know, I now, of the hundreds and hundreds of people that stopped me, and again, I encouraged everybody to stop me, there was equal amount of people that were giving me the side eye. They're like, there's that fucker from Geeks and Gamers. There's that toxic male. I could feel him giving me the side eye. And that's one reason why I was so frustrated I didn't have my crew with me, just because it gives you that next level. I mean, none of these people are going to do anything, but I just, you know what I mean? Just for the confidence or whatever. But overall, yeah, it was a great weekend. And you know, just I wanted to let everybody know that I appreciated the support and the words of encouragement, because when you guys come up to us and tell us, you know, how much you appreciate what we're doing, I mean, that's what we do this for. That's what we do this for. And you know, that's why I was really committed to doing as many streams as I could and covering as many panels and things like that. And I had a lot of fun. And next year,
a lot of people excited to meet you, and I saw you shaking hands and acting like a pro. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see anyone giving you side eye at all, but I didn't get to hang out with you the whole day. I only got one problem. That one security guard like did a double take when we were in line for that panel. He's like, what, you? And then he just rolled his eyes and walked away from me, which was pretty funny. I wish I actually got that on tape. I wish I filmed it. But yeah, totally awesome. I just saw you people coming up, dude. You're Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. You had like 8 people around you, shaking hands, patting you on the back. And you, like I said, you handled it like a pro. So if you're feeling nervous inside about it, I wouldn't, man. These people got your back and they love you.
I appreciate it. Yeah. And I just, it's just one of those things, you know, I've done like, I've talked about this a little bit before, but I mean, I've done like, you know, back in the day, well before Geeks and Gamers were started, I actually promoted some professional wrestling shows, local professional wrestling shows. It's like WWE type shit. And, you know, it was so funny because when we promoted the show, I'm a longtime wrestling fan. And I was working with a local professional wrestler that I was friends with, and he was really, really versed in everything. He had done hundreds of shows. So I knew the business side of him being a fan, and they talked me into being an on-air personality. And so I walked out there. We had it all planned out. He was going to open the show. This was in Chipley, Florida. That's about 45 minutes outside of Panama City, Florida. And so we rented out a National Guard armory, and you know, he went out first because he had tag team championship belts, and he kind of opened the show. And then I'll never forget, I had you remember the song "Last Resort" by Papa Roach? Cut my life into pieces. So I decided that was going to be my intro music. So this big wrestler dude standing in the ring, and I was Commissioner Jeremy Cash. That was my title. I was Commissioner Jeremy Cash, and I had a suit and tie on, and I had my ex with me, my ex-girlfriend. Had her dressed up like a slut, and because she was going to be my dumb bimbo slut, and I told her just to walk out there and wave and look stupid and pretty, and I was going to walk out there and be the jerk, you know, the dominant male. And I walk out there, my music hits, and these guys are expecting like a big buff dude, and my skinny ass walks out there, and I'm like, what the fuck is this, you know? And I get in the ring, and I get in the ring, and I remember this line from Bret Hart when he went bad. And so I used this line that these people were booing me. They were going crazy. They were calling me names. And so I said, I was like, you know what? I was like, this place makes me sick. I was like, this town makes the whole state of Florida sick. If you were going to give an enema to the state of Florida, you put the hose right here in Chipley. And they got so mad, pissed. So then we had an intermission about halfway through. And I was working the crowd really bad. And then the guys come back there, the referees, they said, Jeremy, you need to stay back. I was like, why? And they're like, there's people out there that want to physically harm you right now. I'm like, what? And then the wrestlers were like, dude, that's awesome. That means you are doing your job. So I couldn't go out there for the intermission. So then after the show was over, I'm helping the wrestlers that I was against breaking down the ring. And this big country boy comes out there. He's like 6'4". I mean, it looks like he just picks up cows just, you know, as a hobby. And he's like, hey, motherfucker. And I was like, he's right behind me. I turn around. He goes, my daddy grew up in Chipley. I'm going to beat your fucking ass. I was like, oh, my God. The wrestlers have to come up, walk up. It's like, bro, it's a show. We're good. Jeremy's our friend. Jeremy helped set it up. So anyway, the point I make is I've had, you know, those environments before where I've been in a big hostile crowd. So like a Star Wars crowd ain't nothing, you know, but still I just was, it was a little overwhelming to be that recognized, but also very humbling. And for one moment, I got to know what it's like to be Ethan Van Sciver for one moment. So
dude, come on now. Hey, you've got 136,000 subscribers, my friend, and you're still growing. This channel is becoming, you know, the mainstream voice of Star Wars fans. And I don't know if you knew that it was going to become that, but it will. And I think people see you coming. I think some of these other channels that used to be the champs see you coming, and they're worried about it. So I pay attention to that. Well, I wouldn't. It doesn't matter.
Well, so here's a funny story for you. Proper Jeremy, who's actually Justin, he was there with us at Celebration, and he said he was at a bar talking to someone, I guess on the premise there, and they were talking, just having a normal conversation about whatever, and they were having a great conversation. Him and this guy was getting along, you know, yada yada yada, and all of a sudden he brought Geeks and Gamers up. Proper Jeremy did. And he said as soon as he brought Geeks and Gamers up, the guy said, "I'm uncomfortable with this conversation." And he goes,
You gotta
"What?"
be kidding me.
He goes, "What?" He's like, "I'm uncomfortable with this conversation." He goes, "What are you talking about?" He's like, I know Jeremy personally. I've hung out with him. What do you?" He goes, I am on the Raylo shippers panel tomorrow, and I'm very uncomfortable about this." So he was actually on the Raylo shipping panel, and he was uncomfortable because Geeks and Gamers was mentioned. It made me uncomfortable.
Well, I've got some bad news for the Raylos.
Oh, I know. I just uploaded
Daisy
the video.
Ridley.
Yeah.
Daisy Ridley just came out and called y'all toxic. And as for being uncomfortable, I gotta say the other thing is, by the way, hooray for Daisy Ridley.
Yes.
But I mean, the reason why she did that is because these Raylos are actually stalking her husband. Did you know that? They're
did not know
stalking
that.
her husband, Adam Driver's wife, and sending them notes and saying "kill yourself" so that Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley can be together in real life.
Oh my
These people are
God.
nut jobs. Yeah, man. Hit up Data Racer 117 for your video. I'm gonna make a video about that tomorrow. But if you want the screenshots and info,
I'll do it. I mean, I'm always. I need to follow. I'm following him right now.
Yeah, he's got the great stuff. Yeah, these Raylos are nuts, and I've been thinking about doing this video for a while. I did it on a live stream, but actually now that Daisy Ridley has come out herself and called Raylo toxic, hey, Rose Tico never called me toxic. Kelly Marie Tran never called me toxic. You idiots, you've got the actress. You crazy lunatics. You have the actress who plays Ray now calling your entire community toxic. Kelly Marie Tran would probably give me a big smooch on the face if she ever met me.
Yep, that's right. That's right. And you know what's funny is the guy that was interviewing her, that Steele Saunders, that's the same. And did you watch his reaction? How he was all smiles until she said it, and then he started frowning. Did you catch that in the interview?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, he's all like Daisy, talking to her, big smile on his face, and as soon as she said that, his whole mannerisms changed.
Well, he's an idiot, and she's absolutely right.
Well, he's the same guy that called. First of all, they thought it was me. Jesse Milestone made a video for this channel about 8 months ago. I can't remember what it was. I think she said we need more real men in Hollywood. Talking about in films, you know, like we need more real men in Hollywood. That was the title of the video for this channel. So they screenshot it. Him and his buddy screenshotted it on Twitter, the title, and then they posted it and they said something like, "This is what an insecure man talks about on YouTube." And they were just slamming me in the comments. And then people started going, "Hey, you know a female actually made that video, right?" And then they flipped it. And then they said, "Oh, well, that's because they just march out whatever Jeremy wants to say. They don't have a mind of their own." And I'm like, brotherfucker, if you knew Jesse, if you thought Jesse was just walking out there with my talking points, so I went after him. So it's funny that he's in that video because this is the same guy who will dismiss a woman if she speaks out of line. So I'm wondering why he didn't do it with Ray, because he did it with Jesse. I guess he was in a real tough position there. Poor Steele.
Whoops.
Poor guy.
Steele. Whoops. It looks like Daisy Ridley ain't down with the SJWs, and you know who else ain't? Admiral Akbar. Did you see that guy?
I did. As a matter of fact, somebody super chatted about that. Tom Kane blast. The Last Jedi, an interview about killing Akbar. Tom Kane said that about the voice actor, and I mean a lot. And then I think he took a shot at Holdo too in that when he said
that. No, that was the whole point. Yeah, he said look, and he came out and he did his Admiral Akbar voice, and then he said, but no, I had to die like in the first few minutes of that movie. He's like, and then get replaced by some purple-haired weirdo woman. Nobody cared about her. Nobody had any emotional investment in this purple. Who was that woman anyway? And he's just like, they totally killed Admiral Akbar, a character people cared about, and replaced her with this purple-haired freak. And the dude who was interviewing the voice of Admiral Akbar was like, shh, shh, literally shut him up. Dude, the video is unbelievable.
I haven't seen that. I saw the video, but as soon as he said it, the video ended. So it was on Twitter. Just somebody took like a clip up. So I'm gonna have to watch the full video.
It's everywhere. It's out there right now. I mean, the dude was like, had a heart attack. The interviewer was like, "Please stop. This is my job. Please stop." And Admiral Akbar was like, he's like, "We just try to keep things positive up here on this stage." I'm like, "You chill, scumbag." This is the voice of Admiral Akbar. If he wants to talk about Admiral purple-haired gender studies, he can do it. He can do it. He deserves respect. Totally awesome. So that's tomorrow's video as well. I think, obviously you're going to want to check that out.
I definitely
totally
will.
Awesome.
I will definitely check that out. And yeah.
Star Wars fans are up. SJW's down right now.
That's right.
Down
that's right.
with the Star Wars community.
And the other thing too is that reminds me of when Harrison Ford was on stage with George Lucas at Star Wars Celebration. I think it was in Orlando, and they were like, "So Harrison, are you excited about the Solo movie?" And Harrison's like, "Not really." And then him and George bust out laughing.
He had the best smile on his face when he did it. He had this total eat shit look on his face. He's like, not really. No. Yes. Like that. It was so funny. God, that was a great video clip.
Because, Harrison Ford is the one person. He's not going to say anything that he doesn't want to say. He is too big of a star. I mean, I was there for the 40th anniversary panel at Star Wars Celebration in Orlando. And, Mark Hamill came out there. George Lucas kind of started it out. Mark Hamill, Anthony Daniels, they all of them came out there. And then Harrison fucking Ford walked out there. And that is the first time I have ever seen a legitimate movie star walk into a room. And he commanded every single eye in that room. I'm like, this is tangible. Like, he walked out there and it was incredible.
I'm telling you right now, this is what I want to say. He is the Humphrey Bogart of modern current Hollywood. Like, that's a real star. You know who else is a real star? Robert Downey Jr. is Cary Grant, or not, or Clark Gable. I mean, these guys are big stars. Everyone else around them. I mean, Brie Larson. What the hell is Brie Larson? Who are these people? Who exactly is John Boyega? Who is Oscar Isaac? These people are zeros, man. When a real star is on stage or he's in a movie, I mean, it's something else. Robert Downey Jr., when he leaves the MCU, it's over for the MCU. It's over. They can't do it without him.
I agree. I mean, he's Robert Downey. Yeah, you're right about Robert Downey. I mean, he's got that it factor that it's so rare to find. He doesn't have to. It's just his presence alone is magnetic. And if
you saw Oscar Isaac at a con and you were in his presence, you'd just be like, "Yo, dude, can I get your autograph?" But if you saw Robert Downey Jr., like you might have your breath taken away. You might be like, "Holy shit, that's Robert Downey Jr." Or Harrison Ford. It's just like you're in the presence of greatness. Like authentic greatness.
Well, yeah, and I don't. I'm someone that said I don't really get starstruck. Period. But like I said, when Harrison Ford walked on that stage, and I was only like 4 rows back of it, and I'm looking at George Lucas, I'm looking at Mark Hamill, I'm looking at all of these amazing Star Wars people. But when Harrison Ford walked out, it's just something changed, man. I'm like, holy shit, like that. That is a superstar right there. Let me catch up on a few of these super chats real quick. Commander Cody 17. I miss when Star Wars actually excited me. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I can't say that I wasn't. There was some stuff for me to walk away being excited about with Star Wars at Celebration, but ultimately there's the dark cloud of Kathleen Kennedy that still hangs over Lucasfilm, and as long as that is there, I am always going to be concerned. Nicholas Glenn, glad to see you made it back home, Jeremy. Lindy and myself had a great time at the meetup in Chicago. Thanks again for the Geeks and Gamer shirt. Lindy loved it as well. Well, Nicholas, man, it was awesome. Thank you for showing me your ride, that sweet ass ride that you had. I appreciated that too, and it was good hanging with you, man, and all the support that you've given me and Geeks and Gamers, the Fandom Menace, all of us. We appreciate it. And if you're ever in Pensacola again, hit me up, man. I know you've been down here a few times, and now I know you won't kill me, so I might hang out with you. So, all right. Still Storm Dragon. Why didn't Kylo shoot Rey in his tie? As a matter of fact, and that's why I had Data Racer put. Did you see that video Data Racer put up about the trailer?
Yeah. The TIE fighter would have just shot Rey.
Yeah. I'm gonna show that to everybody. So real quick, everybody, this is how it should have ended version of the trailer. Really quick. 1, 2, 3.
I hate that pose.
That's it. That's it. Done. It's over with. It's gone. So that's how it should have ended right there. Now, Ethan, did you see the newest Red Letter Media video?
No, I don't watch them.
You need to watch their newest one. It's called No One's Ever Really Gone, and it basically shows every death from Star Wars, and he just narrates, no one's ever really gone. No one's ever really gone, because this is what they keep doing. Like, no one's ever really gone, so let's bring them back. It's actually hilarious. I don't watch Red Letter Media that much at all. This one showed up in my recommended videos, and because of the title and because of the new trailer.
Wait, they didn't see the. You have to lock the screen on yourself. They missed the whole trailer. They're saying I spoke over the video, and they didn't get to see it.
Oh, okay.
Lock on your screen. I'm sorry, everyone.
No, that was my bad, y'all. All right, give me just a second. Let me rewind this. And boom, boom, boom. All right. And 3, 2, 1. This is how it should have ended.
I love that she explodes. That's my favorite.
I know it. It's so good. All right. EVS video blocked. What do you mean EVS? Because EVS cock blocking. Cock blocking. Yeah. So mean. My bad. EVS. So mean. All right, there we go. They all saw it now. They loved it. That's how it should have been. It's just so stupid. It was so stupid. Oh my gosh.
I'm so happy to be talking about Star Wars again, man.
Yeah, I heard that. Jedi Master 677. Jeremy, let's see. I love you, Jeremy, but this sounds like some tinfoil hat shit to me. I don't know what you're talking. Oh, probably the stuff you were saying, EVS. So I know Jedi Master 677 is a very pro Disney sequel trilogy fan, which I appreciate that. So we're definitely going to disagree on a lot of our viewpoints about what they're doing. So I hear you on that. Mega Jetty 1, no more good Star Wars movies, only good Star Wars TV shows. That's kind of where we're at. Hopefully Kathleen Kennedy doesn't get her wrinkly hands all over the television properties or we're screwed. Brian Christopherson says, throwing some monies at you for the great Star Wars celebration coverage. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that so much. I really do. I mean, when you guys give me that feedback, I've never really done a full-fledged convention coverage before. This is the first time I've actually went in with the mindset to actually give you coverage. And the feedback I've gotten from all of you has been great. And it's made me very happy that you guys are happy with what I did. Orange Grove 55, Mandalorian looks amazing. Lucasfilm needs to give Favreau a film. Keep up the great work, fellas. Thank you. Tech guy Jeremy, we were right there with you. We support you. Thank you. The Tayo says, no. Guys, don't type shit like that. I'm deleting that one. I'm deleting that.
Yeah. No. We don't wish anyone ill like that. Yeah, we just don't want them to work on Star Wars. That's all.
Right. No messages about harming anybody in the entertainment industry or anything like that. Again, you guys have to understand, this is YouTube's platform. We have to operate under YouTube's platform. So it doesn't matter if we like it.
And Earth is God's platform, Jeremy.
Right. Exactly.
We have to operate under God's platform. God wouldn't ask us to wish ill or wish an early demise on Cray KK. God help her. We just don't want her working on Star Wars.
Let's see. Caitlin says, God Empress Jessie is going live in a bit. Tell her if she can either, we'll probably wrap this up in about 20 minutes because I've got still stuff to do and it's 12:30. Plus I need to get some sleep so my family can see me tomorrow. But tell her to hold for about 20 or 30 and I'll send her a wave if she can wait that long. If not, I'll send the wave when we wrap it up. Donut Swan, Jeremy, where would you put Mr. Wrestling #2 among the all-time greats? EVS, how do Hutts reproduce? Mr. Wrestling #2 is definitely not among the all-time greats. I mean, you're talking the all-time greats. You got to give me what your definition of all-time greats is, because if we're talking all-time greats, we're talking Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, The Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage. Those are the all-timers, and then you still got people like John Cena. You're gonna have to give respect. The Rock, Ric Flair. I mean, these are legends. So I would need to know what your definition of that is. And then EVS, how do Hutts reproduce?
I don't know. Pablo Hidalgo blocked me on Twitter, so he won't tell me how he reproduces. But one thing that Pablo Hidalgo also failed to do was properly inform me about Jabba the Hutt.
I love the comments coming back at me on Mr. Wrestling #2. I knew they were coming at me like that. Anyway, go ahead.
Sting, not John Cena.
They're trolling because they know I'm trolling them. So. Me and Jeff have actually did talk about the fact that we're going to do a wrestling show with Odin on Sports Wars. That is going to happen in the very near future. Go ahead, EVS. I didn't mean to interrupt you though.
Oh, well, no. Anyway, Jabba the Hutt doesn't have a skeleton. Pablo Hidalgo wouldn't answer, but a fan did. He sent me a book about Jabba the Hutt, and in fact, Jabba the Hutt has a cartilage shell kind of inside of him. It is not a skeleton, but it's like a shark. It's shark cartilage, and that's it. So F you, Pablo Hidalgo. You're absolutely worth nothing now. You could have told me. You could have told me that one thing. Instead, you trying to sell Jeremy some seeds or something. Just because Jeremy called you a piece of S and told you to go F yourself. It's no reason to block everyone. Thank you.
Oh man, good stuff. Greg Schmidt said, have had fun at the meetup. You should do a high council for the next meetup inside the con floor. That's exactly what we just got done talking about. So that's more than likely going to happen. Bruce Lombardo, I'm happy you're home and safe. Thank you. I appreciate that. Shannon M, thank you for the $2 super chat. John Harbringer says, hey, Jeremy, glad you had a good time at Star Wars Celebration. Sorry if this is a repeat question, but did you get to see any of the Mandalorian footage, and what were your thoughts? Cheers. Yes, I saw all the Mandalorian footage. At least I saw as much as I could while I was being interrupted to shut my cameras down. But yeah, the Mandalorian footage blew me away. We even got to see a full scene. So we actually got to see the tone and the dialogue as it's going to be playing in the show. Everything about the Mandalorian is spot on. The feel, the look, everything, the stormtroopers, everything. I loved everything I saw from the Mandalorian. The only thing that was better than that was the Clone Wars panel. But the one common denominator both of those have is Dave Filoni was involved with both because he's the man. And it's funny because you don't think so?
Dude, you weren't there at the panel. You left early, man. You didn't see Dave Filoni come out. I live streamed it. It was a disgrace. Dave Filoni came out and he sat next to like three women, three feminists, and the whole set was pink and purple. And he sat there and crossed his legs. And then he was just like, I have some visions about how Star Wars should be. I was like, whoa! I had to leave, Jeremy. I had to get up and leave. It was too much.
It was too much soy?
Poisonous soy, man. Poisonous soy. Everyone was suffering. Everyone who was watching my live stream was suffering watching Cowboy Dave Filoni. Very confusing. Totally LA metrosexual at this point.
I'm going to have to check that out. But I will say, and maybe he was just, I mean, look, you got to play politics. He's under Kathleen Kennedy's leadership. He's got to play ball. You got to do that sometimes.
I don't like the lisp, man. So, the lisp drives me nuts. When people are trying to sound gentle, I don't like it. It's a soy boy thing.
No, I totally agree. I agree.
I'm not gonna harm you. And it's like, well, the guy's not gay or anything. He's straight. What he's trying to do, he's a male feminist, and he's trying to let women know that he's harmless. So he talks like this. I wouldn't rape you. I'm not sexually assault you. I'm with you. I'm an ally. That is how you know, Jeremy. That's how you know that they're a dangerous male feminist when you hear that lisp. I have to get away from it.
I am going to send you a video from the great PewDiePie where he's making fun of nice guys, the guys that always present themselves as nice guys. And it's like them, like this shows these threads, these message threads, and it's like this nice guy talking about like, oh, hey, what's going on? How are you today? And the girl's like, oh, I'm good. And then he's talking to her and he's being super nice and super sweet and super understanding. And then he's like, she says he's like, what's your favorite movie? And she's like, oh, my favorite movie is Guardians of the Galaxy. And he's like, oh, well, if I didn't know it any better, you were trying to impress me. And she's like, why? He goes, everybody knows I love superhero movies. And she's like, everybody kind of likes superhero movies. And then then she doesn't answer him again. He's like, are you mad at me? She's like, no, I'm busy. What's up? He goes, oh, just making sure. But anyway, so he said, well, since we have so much in common, we should totally hang out. And then she goes, well, I don't know how my boyfriend would feel about that, with laughing emojis. And then he goes, well, you don't have to be so rude about it. And he flips out on her, calls her a bitch and all these things. It's so funny, man. It's so good. It's so good.
That sounds like the Choosing Beggars channel, which you really need to watch, man. Choosing Beggars is so funny, dude. It is so funny. Choosing Beggars is the best show right now on YouTube because the guy reads all these like messages between people. Somebody will be like, does anybody out there an ad? Does anybody out there have a car so I can go to the baseball game this Sunday? And it's like, well, yeah, I got one. I suppose you can use if you get it back to me Sunday night at 9. Well, what kind of car is it? It's a Hyundai. Dad, I'm not driving a Hyundai. Like, it's all stuff like that. I can't be seen in a Hyundai. All like, people are insane right now, Jeremy. People are absolutely insane. Go watch Choosing Beggars.
Yeah,
I think you'll enjoy it.
Choosing Beggars. I'll have to check that out for sure. I'm going to send you that video if I can remember after this. Mega Jetty 1 says Mortal Kombat movie Shang Tsung actor reprises in MK11. MK11 is getting a little soy though. You know, they're covering up all the women. They're like, oh, women can't show cleavage. Yet they've got the dudes, you know, sitting there with no clothes on, and they're talking about how it's just stupid what Mortal Kombat 11 is doing. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. Mr. Millennium, sadly, I think Star Wars Celebration Chicago showed they haven't learned yet. I don't know, man. I mean, all I say, look, I mean, regardless of my opinion of the quality of the Episode 9 trailer, it's definitely showing that they know The Last Jedi sucked. There's no doubt about it. I mean, showing, and EVS, I think somebody told me you had this criticism, but I had a rebuttal. If this was your criticism, you're basically saying with Kylo Ren's helmet, like, why can't he just get a new helmet, right, instead of making it? Okay, but my argument was that was a nice little jab at Rian Johnson. Go, I'm repairing the damage you've done. Like, you should have never moved away from the fucking helmet in the first place, you know, so let's repair it. Now, again, do I think JJ thinks that deep? Not necessarily, but I do think that there could be a subtle nod there to go, you know, this is because why are they showing that in the trailer? There has to be something to that. They're showing, hey, we're putting Kylo's helmet back together. You know,
that's a good thought.
So, so I looked at it. I looked at it from that perspective. And overall, even though I didn't like the trailer that much, the trailer is definitely like, based on the trailer for Episode 9, I'm feeling like we can almost ignore Episode 8. Like, Episode 8 is going to be irrelevant once 9 comes out. It's almost like they're trying to act like it doesn't exist without acknowledging it. But that's all irrelevant if Rian Johnson's still doing his trilogy. So if he's still doing his trilogy, I don't care what they do. They've learned nothing if Rian Johnson's making his trilogy. They've learned absolutely nothing.
I don't know how you do another Star Wars movie without the Skywalkers. I really don't.
I know.
I mean, you can do The Mandalorian. If you do something that's related to what we've already seen, then that's fine. But I mean, without the Empire, without it, you know, who cares? Who needs it?
And that's the thing, man. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm going, like, I remember when the First Order was announced, and I'm just like, that's a really generic title for this. Why are we moving away from the Empire? The Empire, that just speaks, you know, the Empire. That sounds intimidating. That sounds well put together, well structured. The First Order? What is this? Was this like a competitor to UPS or something? Like, what is this? You know, it just doesn't make any sense. And the Empire, and even if you watch the movies, you know, like, you're intimidated by the Empire. You respect the Empire. You respect the hold that the Empire has on the galaxy. What is the First Order? What do they control? What do they want? How, they're not intimidating. They're not scary. Like, I wouldn't even be worried if they were like the security guards at Target. I wouldn't even be worried. I'm like, I can steal everything from this place. But if the Empire is there, I'm like, I'm not doing shit. I'm not taking shit from Target if you got the Empire up in here. So Jeremy Johns made a good video on this several months ago where he was talking about the First Order being just so pale in comparison to the Empire. And I don't understand moving away from the rebellion to the resistance, and then the Empire to the First Order. It's all so stupid. It really is. But that's where they're at. That's where they're at. Kill the past, let it die. Unless we need more money. And then we were going to bring some Palpatine laugh into it. Let's see. Third Phase from the Moon. Thank you for the $2 super chat. I also saw that you were commenting Third Phase from the Moon because your check mark stood out, but I don't know where it's at now. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Tyler Tripus says, what happened with Star Wars Explained? All right. So you guys know the backstory a little bit, I'm sure, with me and Alex. And I'm sure that Brian Young talked to him because this happened the day after I confronted Brian Young. So I am sure that Brian Young said, that motherfucker's coming after us and he's recording, just a heads up. And so I was not looking for Alex. I was walking through the lobby, one of the lobbies in that giant ass place. And I I just look up and there he is right in front of me with him and his wife. And so I said, Alex. He finally turned around on the third one, looked at me, says, I got to go to this next panel. I was like, I just want to shake your hand, buddy. And he just kind of gave me this disgusted look, like if looks could kill. Oh, I mean, he looked like his favorite soy pants were too dirty to wear. That's how disgusted he was. He was so upset. And he just kind of just half-assed looked back, threw his hand out real quick, turned back around. His wife never looked at me, and they kept going. And I'm like, that was a win for me. So that's what happened. He had no desire to talk to me. He had no desire whatsoever. And on top of that, I'm not going to say the person's name, but I did put out a message to another channel that is friends with him to say, hey, just a heads up, let Alex and Molly know I would like to meet them and have a respectful conversation with them at Celebration. I even put that out there. So not only did I take the initiative to contact, it was confirmed to me that message was sent. So not only did I do that to try to say, hey, let's squash this. Let's talk about this in person. Let's get this shit behind us so we can move forward. Not only did I do that, I then did it in person and still got dismissed. So there you go. So that's basically that's representative of the Disney sequel trilogy defenders that kiss up to Lucasfilm. No offense to anybody that's watching, like my friend Jedi Master 677. I don't think you're like that, but generally speaking, that's how a lot of them are. So that's what happened with Star Wars.
Dude, you're killing his views, man. Star Wars Explained is not getting the views that you're getting.
I know.
Dude, you're destroying his channel. This is merciless.
Yeah, I mean, what's he getting? Like maybe 2 million, 2.5, something like that a month.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not looking at them. I'm looking at videos that he's put up. 32,000 views on a video after 24 hours.
Well, he's got we go to his Social Blade. Let me look.
Those are my numbers.
All right, so in the past 30 days, Geeks and Gamers with 130,000 subs has 3.5 million views in the last 30 days. Okay. And then and Star Wars Explained with 500,000 views has in the last 30 days. Geeks and Gamers has 3.5 million. Star Wars Explained has 1.5 million. So I have 2 million more views in a 30-day period than Star Wars Explained, and
that's why they're so mad.
Yeah, he has almost 400,000 more subs than me. So maybe that's why he's upset. Poor little guy. Poor little guy. And here, and again, I will repeat this one more time. If you don't want me to fucking come up to you and confront you about something you said about me, don't fucking talk about me. It's really simple. You, Alex, decided when I had 19,000 subs, or maybe it was 17,000 subs, you decided you wanted to call me out, a young up-and-coming YouTube channel, because you didn't like the toxicity. You called me out. You did this. So now my job is to do one of two things. My job is to confront you and talk to you and let's hash it out, or I'm just going to make you regret every fucking day that you did it. And now you're in that phase where you're like, God damn, I should have never fucked with this guy because he's not going to stop. So that's where we're at. I'm just going to make you go, I should have never fucked with Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. Because if you don't want to talk it out like me and Star Wars only did, then that's on you, man. That's on you. So anyway.
Pretty simple.
It is very simple. Jedi Master 667. The last $2 I have left. I love the TIE model EVS. I think you said. Got a TIE fighter model.
Oh, probably behind me. You can see it.
Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. That's nice. Yep. So yeah, that was Jedi Master 677. And again, I want to give Jedi Master 677 a shout out. This is a sequel trilogy defender. This is a person that very much enjoys The Last Jedi, and he's sitting there supporting me, supporting EVS, supporting the channel, supporting the Fandom Menace, because this person clearly has balls. You know, not soy balls, you know, like real balls. And we appreciate that. We appreciate people that can that can take different opinions from strong personalities. So everybody in the chat, give Jedi Master 677 a round of applause for being one of the few sequel trilogy defenders that has balls. The Tyos, I know how the Hutts reproduce. the flying spaghetti monster.
Oh,
Nicholas Glenn, the new Clone Wars video on Echo Base Network. Just like how Campia was an inspiration to you, you are one of mine, along with EVS, Jeff, Doomcock, and all the other Fandom Menace channels are mine. Well, thank you, Nicholas Glenn. And speaking of John Campia, hi, John. Are you watching? Because you mentioned me again. Didn't you? You finally mentioned me by name, John Campia, mentioned Geeks and Gamers. Somebody super chatted him. I think I know who it was too, because people are always like, I super chatted John. It's talking about Geeks and Gamers. So somebody super chatted John Campia and mentioned Geeks and Gamers. And John decided to spend the next 6 or 7 minutes talking about how he's not going to talk about me. Like, he literally spun he said the same thing over. He said the same 5 sentences over and over again for 6 minutes, talking about how he's not going to talk about me. I'm not going to talk about him because if I talk about him, that's giving them an attention. But they can talk about me because they are clearly blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, I've given you compliments before, John. I've given you compliments time and time again. I have shown where I sent you private messages on Facebook years ago and told you how much I appreciated the content that you were providing on Collider and AMC. I told you that I appreciated what you were doing. I have complimented you for years, but now you've driven off on the soy train, and I'm gonna call you out.
Soy train.
You have loaded up on the soy train, and you are on the tracks to Lucasfilm because it is bad. And so I had to, but he just. So I'm gonna make a video response to him because he was very, very entertaining on that live stream. So whoever sent us super chat, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Because you gave me some content. John Harbinger says, with episode 9 coming out soon, do you think we'll get any more spinoff films anytime soon? Still hoping for a Kenobi film. EVS, did you hear that interview from Kathleen Kennedy talking about the next 10 years or whatever?
I didn't listen to that, no.
Yeah, I get like she said she's sitting down with Ryan Johnson and Benioff and Weiss talking about the next 10 years of Star Wars movies. You really need to make a video on that.
Yeah, I think I will.
Yeah, so that's pretty cringeworthy to think about. But then Bob Iger is saying that they're going to have this slowdown phase. So again, we still are dealing with Kathleen Kennedy says one thing, Bob Iger saying another thing. There's no continuity here. It's really strange. It really is. So as far as any new spinoff films, I don't think they're in the plans right now, but I guess time will tell. Darth Vader, I would love to meet you at Celebration, man. Well, we will be there next year in Anaheim. The High Council will be there. We're planning on setting up a table, getting us a live streaming opportunity, and bringing a lot of you on. So we will keep you guys posted. Richard Wetfuss says, why is EVS being shot through a Vaseline Barbara Stanwyck filter? What?
Oh, is it my camera? My camera might look a little wacky.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. It is a little off.
That's got to be better now. It probably isn't. No, it isn't.
No, it's not. Yeah, you're underwater. You're definitely underwater. So
fingerprints all over it.
Achira77 says, I am Jeremy's rage. Well, I appreciate that. Black Angus reviews. Hail Pie Lord. Jer, thoughts on those that call fandom ministers who find parts of sequel trilogy okay or satisfying flip-floppers, etc. I've seen this claim on you and myself. All right, so let me read that one for them. Jeremy, thoughts on those who call any fandom ministers who find parts of the sequel trilogy okay or satisfying flip-floppers? I've seen this claim on you and myself. I mean, these people, look, did you see the thing where some guy said, like, why is the Phantom Menace at Star Wars Celebration? Are they just going to go and scream at a little girl in a Rey outfit? What?
Yes.
Like, what? You know?
That's
and
what I did.
And so it's just, I don't know where these people come up with this stuff. People in the Phantom Menace do not, the problem is, okay, these people that are against the Phantom Menace, they are used to being in an echo chamber. They don't understand that there are people part of a group that actually have different opinions. They don't understand that. You know, they don't get it. They think that if we're part of a group, we all have to be like them, where we all have the same exact thought process. That's not.
Well, they are
abusive.
They're abusive a-holes, and that's what they would do. They would do that. They would yell at little girls dressed like Donald Trump. They would do it.
Well,
If
didn't
a
that,
little girl dressed like Donald Trump, they would beat that little girl's
oh
butt.
yes, oh yes, they absolutely would. Did you hear about that umbrella guy? Didn't his kid get harassed by
Yeah,
SJWs?
yeah. I just
Like,
had him on my show.
yeah, I mean, unbelievable, unbelievable. These people are they project. That's what they do. That's why we always say they project. They project their own insecurities. It's what they do.
Whatever they tell you they think you're going to do, whatever they're accusing you of is what they're doing right now. Every single time.
Yep, yep. They said EVS looks prettier now, so you look prettier now, EVS.
Well, I turned off the camera and I used my shirt to clean the lens. Rusty.
Mega Jetty 1 couldn't see Game of Thrones, so watched ET with my stepdad. Well, that's good. That's a good thing to watch. ET is a great film. I love ET, and I did see Game of Thrones, and it was pretty awesome. So, Ebros13, thank you for the super chat, and that catches us up on super chats. I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up because, like I said, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. We got the High Council tomorrow here on the Geeks and Gamers channel. We're gonna talk about our Star Wars Celebration recap, and we're gonna talk about our thoughts and everything that we saw and our opinions and everything like that. EVS, we got over 900 people watching. Anything you want to plug before we wrap this up?
I just want to tell people to back Cyberfrog Blood Honey, subscribe to Comic Artist Pro Secrets if you haven't. I mean, I'm on a much bigger channel right now. I would love some more subs. So Comic Artist Pro Secrets, please. And thank you so much, Jeremy, for allowing me to be on your show.
As always, sir, always. I appreciate everything you do for me. And go over to Mindless Entertainment. I believe Anna and Jesse are live right now. Go give them the Jer Army flood in their comments. I just want you to do hashtag Jer Army. That's all. Just hashtag the fuck out of that chat and light it up. Support Jesse. She got rent due this month, so hook her up. And you guys have a good night. Thank you so much for all of the support, for the enthusiasm. Oh, Professor Geek, love these late night chats. Jeremy, thanks. You're an inspiration. And shout outs for my channel and graphic novel. And of course, Hail Caesar. Professor Geek, you're doing a great job, Professor Geek. And I'm really happy and proud to see everything that you've got going on. And so keep up the good work, my friend. And we're gonna wrap it up. So you guys have a great night, and we will talk to you later.